Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to our today's session and webinar. So, in the past few months, I have been connecting with different people and different organizations and companies, and of course, entrepreneurs. So, we and I thought of collaborating with them, and of course, help them with their business, and not also that share some thoughts and ideas. So the last time I attended in PAPS or Philippine Association of Professional Speakers, I was surprised and amazed because of amazing people and entrepreneurs who share their bright ideas and connecting also with them. It will also give you when you connect with them kasi you have you have a chance to have more networks and sabi nga nila 'di ba connect with like-minded people. So for me, as an online entrepreneur, I'd also love to connect and share with them some bright ideas and also listen to them and do what they do. So today's session is a little bit different because I have invited one of the the founder and an Asian motivational speaker for over 10 years who is delivering 120 inspirational speeches annually. And today or tonight, I wish he could also inspire us and share to us good ideas, how to speak well, and he will also give you some tips on how to be a successful speaker. He also authored 16 books, a radio and television talk show host, a songwriter, ang haba po, no? Publisher, and a serial entrepreneur. So without any further ado, I would like to present to you our presenter for tonight's session. So let's all welcome Mr. Lloyd Luna. Hi, sir.
Thank you, Marilyn, for the introduction that I also made and you read.
So, sir, can you tell something about your secret and how was your journey before?
Oh, that's the thing. If it's a secret, it's a secret. So nobody knows. My journey to professional speaking started in 2003, 2004. In fact, this year I'm celebrating my 15th year in professional speaking or presenting. Well, back then I didn't know that it's professional speaking. I didn't know that it's a profession. When I started my professional speaking career, I thought it's just you just know how to speak, so you speak. People don't have to pay you; you just have to show up and show them your skills and things like this. So it was never a profession for me. It's probably more called a racket or or a gig. It's
Okay.
you're bored, so you're bored, and you know how to speak, and a friend invited you to speak. There are some audience, and you know something about a certain topic, so you go there, and then ta-da! Here I am presenting.
Mhm.
So it was more of a maybe in fact in the Philippines called a habit or something like you just want to do, but there was no purpose of really making a business out of your speaking ability or communicating or sharing ability or storytelling ability. So
Uh-huh.
it's really it was far from the ideal medical profession or dentistry or teaching. We know all these things as profession. So
Yeah.
there must be some sort of a standard. That's why you are swear in
Mhm.
before you get your license, things like this. So as a speaker for the last 15 years, at least the last years before we discovered that it should be really a profession rather than just a simple racket.
Mhm.
So 12 years, I thought it was just like that. So the journey was never a secret because as a public speaker you are always everywhere. People get to invite you to speak, so people know that you are speaking. But to say that it's a business in itself, that it's a lucrative business that is that can pay your bills. It was not that picture when I was starting. So for people out there, especially your audience, na mga raketero sa mga raketera, yes, you can look at it that way, but not anymore. When we put up the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers, no, there are already some standards that you need to follow in order for you to be categorized or classified or identified as a professional speaker. So the journey is kind of long. It's a roller coaster ride, as you know, as any other business. Kasi if you are a medical professional, like for example, a doctor,
Mhm.
uh, alam mo na meron kang diretsong business. So that means kailangan mo lang ng clinic or hospital and then wala, dire-diretso yung business. So
Yeah.
it's different when you're a professional speaker, and the challenge is, okay, after you gave a speech, who is going to take you next? So the sustainability is kind of a challenge. So it's not really a career like if you're a teacher and then you get paid. Really, you have the security of tenure.
Mm-hmm.
But as a professional speaker, it's a business. So if you don't have any client, definitely you don't have any income,
Income, yeah.
therefore profit. Uh, Maybe negative ka pa kasi you're spending time doing marketing and things like this. So it's challenging, but yeah, basically that's how I started.
Okay. So inspiring anyway. So we have a lot of freelancers kasi sir right now na they are very afraid to speak to a foreign client. Okay. So can you share some of our freelancers here tips on how to be a good speaker because some newbie freelancers nga they are really afraid talking speaking to many people or to other client international or virtually. So ano kayong pwede mong
Uh,
best tip for them to, para ma-encourage niya sila na wag matakot mag-speak, especially sa mga foreign clients?
I think there are two things, and let me put it this way: there are reasons why we are not comfortable talking to clients outside the Philippines, or even if they are in the Philippines and they are of different race.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, there is some sort of fear. But I look at it in two ways. Number one, I think, and this is kind of deep. Um, we have been inferior. Filipinos are inferior to other countries, to other nationalities. And that's for a good reason because we were conquered 333 years by the Spaniards and many more years by Americans and 5 years more by the Japanese. So this is kind of kind of deep because it's long history of being under someone else's rule, and therefore ngayon the way we look at ourselves, we are inferior to someone else's race.
Yes.
Okay, so the way you want to speak in English, you want it to be so perfect, even though other nations don't mind if the English is Carabao, as we call it. So yung takot na yun, that fear and the feeling of being inferior gets in the way of opportunities for freelancers to speak and explore opportunities outside the Philippines. And that's a really great challenge because communication is key to a successful business. Whatever freelancing job or business you have, communication is key. So the first thing that you need to understand is no, you are not supposed to be inferior to someone else's races or race because you are great as a Filipino. Uh, you are great. Before the Spaniards came in 1521, we were great. We were a great society. We built the rice terraces long before the Spanish came. We already have petroglyphs in Angono Rizal. Meaning to say we were like carving uh, shapes and polygons like this even before they came. We we already were maritime navigators, one of the finest in the world during the time. We invented the balangay, the boats, the outrigger ships that were superior over galleon ship of Magellan. That's why we pushed them away the first time they came. We were astronomers before the Spaniards because we were looking at stars and constellations. We in fact have our own name for our constellations. When the Greeks call it Orion, we called it Balatic. So this long history is telling us that we were great. We were great. So we should not feel inferior over someone else's race. So that being said, that's one thing I'm looking at. Freelancers, we Filipinos in general, are inferior over someone else's race, and therefore we don't want to speak to them because we feel we are one step lower than them. We are second class citizens. So whether we admit it or not, it's in here. So it's we were brainwashed by our own knowledge of history that we are second class. So if we are trying to do business with other nation, we automatically place ourselves as an underdog. So we don't look at ourselves as equal with many others. Where in fact we are great. Number two is so that's one. That's one thing I think I would like to look at it that way. We are afraid. Number two, it takes mastery to feel not afraid. It takes mastery to feel not afraid. If you if you're able to master your piece, if you're able to master your business, if you're able to master the way you the way you do your business, and the way you can explain it is easier. So if you don't know what you're offering, if you don't know how to storytell, if you don't know how to discuss in great detail, but also discuss logically your business, I don't think you can ever buy confidence to present it to clients. So opportunities are missed because of lack of mastery of your business. So number one, you're inferior. Number two, you are unable to master your your business and the way you want to present it. You're dead on the spot. So those three things are very important. They are two things, but they are, I think, very important parcel of the way you would like to business that you are not afraid of pursuing. 'Di ba? Kasi natatakot ka eh. Bakit ka natatakot? Kasi nga, number one, feeling mo na inferior ka na kaagad. Second class ka na kaagad. So, ang pagpa-price mo sa sarili mo, way lower than the market price. Why would an American speaker charge $10,000, but our ability as Filipinos would only say, maybe I'm just worth 10,000 pesos. So, ang laki ng pinagkaiba. But then again, if you're going to take the same stage as an American, bakit sila? Mas malaki yung bayad. Bakit a Filipino? Bakit hindi? But we are good communicator. We are great communicator in some other cases. So whether or not we are talking about speaking business or many other businesses, freelancing jobs, web development, for example, a freelance web developer. O di ba iba yung charge sa US? Ano pinagkaiba ng HTML? Ano pinagkaiba ng programming language? Universal yung language. And yet, you look at yourself, maybe $500 will do. That's why nag-outsource sila dito because mura sa atin eh. Pero sa kanila, same lang yung knowledge, mas magaling ka pa, mas mataas pa yung charge nila doon, pero mas magaling ka dito. So I think yung natatakot ka na magpresyo ng $10,000 for a website is because feeling mo sa sarili mo, you don't deserve. You feel na parang, I am not worth $10,000. Di ba? So inferiority. Number two, paano mo naman ma-feel na $10,000 is enough kung hindi mo naman master i-present yung sarili mo at yung business mo? So, paano ka bibigyan nga naman ng $10,000 kung hindi mo ma-communicate yung sarili mo na ang value ng worth ng value mo is 10,000.
So yun, kasi there are a lot of VAs also, especially doon tayo sa mga seasoned virtual assistant or freelancers. So sometimes if they are already good in a certain skills kasi, they would like also to shift to like being an entrepreneur. So, syempre, they know it already eh. So, syempre, they will look for some racket, sabi niyo nga kanina. So, yun. So, as an entrepreneur and, an author, so what other tips that you can give? Kasi you've already gave us your tips on how to speak well. So, what
Yeah,
about...
whoever your viewers are, whatever they do, I would like them to understand that everything is a journey.
Mhm.
And people should understand that. There's no elevator to success. They call it not even escalator. It's there's no one straight line going there. It will always be roller coaster up and down. It's a journey, and people should understand it's a journey. Whether you are a rank and file regular employee, it's still a journey before you become president of the company. Before you get promoted to a certain rank, it's a journey. When we were studying, estudyante ka, it's a journey. You have to take first grade before you take the second grade and third and so on and so forth. So once people understand that everything is a journey, and then you must understand that it's not always happy. It's sometimes there are depressing moments, frustrating, disappointing moments. But sometimes there are small victories that we forget to celebrate. And sometimes we pay more attention to our failures than our small successes. Because I think na-develop na rin natin sa sarili natin yung parang one day millionaire attitude or instant gratification na once okay ka and then you spend all. And at times, parang hindi pa dumarating sa yung reward, na-spend mo na yung reward and things like this. So if life is a journey, and then I think my suggestion is for people to prepare for the journey and to consistently prepare themselves as they do the journey. And they should understand that there are a lot of preparations that are needed for them to stay on course. In fact, many more preparations for you to get from off course to on course. Ka pa rin sa course na kung gusto na, I think masyado ginagawang big deal kasi ng tao yung failure sa success.
Yeah.
Masyado na siyang
Masyado
ako
ng gas-gas.
ako nakukornihan. In fact, ako nakukornihan na ako ngayon sa amin. Hindi ko alam kung sign ng maturity na, you know, maybe when I was younger, like yesterday, I was younger, no? Maybe when I was even younger, I would view success as something like, in grande, like people are celebrating for that. But as you grow, maybe as you outgrow yourself, feeling ko, you look at success as an everyday grind or something. Parang you don't look at it as isang grande, kundi isang journey. Now, whether there are failures or successes, you still enjoy the journey. Whether it's difficult or extra difficult, or sometimes easy, it becomes. Sometimes kasi it comes. Some things comes easy. Some things come easy. Some things come difficult. But then again, as a matured, you have outgrown yourself. Parang i-enjoy mo na, hindi na siya masyadong big deal kung napahiya ka or nagalit ka or nahirapan ka. Because now, okay, these things really happen because, you are in a journey. Para ka nag-drive ng sasakyan papuntang Ilocos and then for some reason na flat. O, anong gagawin mo? Diyan ka natitira kung saan ka na flat. You have to change tire, di ba? You have to go to vulcanizing shop or whatever. But you have to get through that and then take back your journey. Babalik ka doon sa track mo para makarating ka ng Ilocos.
Okay, so we have to take it as a journey, whether it's easy or a difficult one, to be a successful entrepreneur and a successful person, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yun. So thank you so much, Sir Lloyd. And then I guess Sir Lloyd will share also something about this coming March 15. But for those of you who just joining us, welcome everyone, and we'd love to hear from you. Just comment below. This video is recorded, and you will see this on our group and in our page, and of course on our website. I'm also one of the member of PAPS. We will be having our event this March 15th, and Sir Lloyd will tell about something on our event
Yeah,
this March 15th. Tama ba, Sir Lloyd?
yeah. Current Plaza
Medyo choppy po, sir.
station in the
Hello?
to a
Hello,
group
Sir
of.
Lloyd. Can we just repeat?
Okay,
Yeah, medyo choppy.
sige. So, are you okay now?
Yeah, okay na. Okay na, sir.
Okay. So, March 15, Friday, in Crown Plaza Hotel in Galleria, we are going to set history because, as PAPs, we always set history. It will be the first ever duet keynote presentation in the Philippines. Two presenters talking about one topic. It's an experience that we call an innovation in presenting. Innovation presenting to a group of three, to a group of 1,000 people. So whether in your office, maganda rin to, pag nagpe-present ka sa client, paano kayo magpe-present na dalawa? So, duet keynote presentation yung tawag natin.
Yeah.
Dual presentation. The first in the Philippines. So, you have to be there and you have to experience because this is the first time that it will happen and we would like it to be a witness dun sa history as it unveils.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. Actually, we're doing that virtually sa like when we are talking to mga client namin. So, like for example, you'll be having a duet online lang. So, like the project manager and the other one is virtual assistant. So, this is very very useful for everyone out there who are freelancers, especially for those who are having their projects or yung mga project managers out there.
So, in the virtual assistance world,
Yes.
ito yung napag-usapan nyo off-cam and when you start presenting to a client, now you have to be in tune. Di ba? Kasi may mga duet na palpak, di ba? Kasi hindi nila na-prepare or hindi nila na-polish. But that is even interesting because now it's live. There are people in the audience and there are two of you presenting. At least sa atin dito sa virtual assistantships, may project manager ka, may virtual assistant ka, more on tatlo lang kayo dun sa circle. This one is the experience is kind of different, very innovative kasi para andyan yung audience mo, nandiyan sila lahat. So whatever happens sa presentation, it's there and it's live. So we hope to see you there sa Friday, Crown Plaza Hotel, March 15. Registration is 3.5.
Yes.
For non-members ng PAPS and 1.8 if you're a member of PAPS. So, yeah, hope to see you there. More information about me, the website, lloydluna.com. Add me on Facebook, social media at Lloyd Luna. Yeah.
So,
great to...
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Sir Lloyd. But I guess you have a special announcement when if someone from our group will join. Are you going to give a little bit discount?
Yeah, uneven further discount. Less 1,000 pesos for sa regular present 3.5. So 2.5 na lang for...
Wow! Thank you so much!
So, mag-ano rito, magko-comment or magsa-sign up.
Yes, yeah. So don't
non-members
to comment or try to type I'm in for March 15 for those who are watching out there. So I hope guys will see each other on that event and You will learn more, promise, because I've been attending pops meetings and other, other seminars. You will learn more, guys. Okay. So once again, Sir Lloyd, thank you so much for your time. And we hope that there are more freelancers who will join on March 15th.
They
And
should.
yeah,
And
you can also
yeah,
join the
they
membership,
should.
right, Sir Lloyd? They can also join.
Yeah, I mean, you can also join as a state member. So, meaning if you are a photographer, freelance photographer, and you want to get engaged, you want to know where we are. Probably ako, pwede mo ako maging client because I need photographers sa mga events ko, things like this. So it can also be a good networking event, especially yung mga speakers may kanya-kanya siyang area of influence, di
Definitely.
ba? So you can tap into my network and whatever. So getting involved is more than learning how to speak professionally, but also being in the network by helping us professional speakers to do our job. So even in virtual assistantship, for example, maraming international speakers ang virtual assistants nila nakabase sa Philippines. There are international global speakers nasa Cebu. Kilala ko kung sino yung virtual assistant. And sinasabi sa akin ng speaker na, oh, may assistants based in Cebu. So, things like this, kaya borderless na talaga yung world. So, even kami mga speakers, alam mo, mag-hire pa kami ng mga full-time kung pwede naman namin gawin yan virtually. So,
Yeah.
it's fine. Because the model is already it's working. So, if they are there, they can start pitching sa mga members. Oh, baka kailangan mo ng virtual assistant. Kasi mga speakers, kulang eh. Wala kaming mga assistants. I mean, ako meron, pero yung iba. So join us and explore. See what we can do together.
Yeah.
Who knows? There are opportunities waiting for you there. So come on.
Yes, so labas tayo ng bahay minsan, di ba? Join and find some friends and connect with people who are influencers and then learn more. So once again, Sir Lloyd, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So I hope to see you on March 15th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm one of the organizers, so I will be there for sure.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you so much, guys. Bye po.